Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm sharing 7 absolutely gorgeous fountain pens, all from independent makers. Each of these pens has its own story, its own vibe, and one of them has become the pen I reach out for the most. Which one? And yes, I'll also spill on the one that didn't quite do it for me. But before we get into it, make sure you stay till the end of the video because I have a fun little surprise announcement to share. Something very, very exciting. You're not going to want to miss it. So let's get into it. All right, I was not supposed to make this video today. I was actually supposed to create a different video, but New Jersey is having some much needed rain, and I thought I'll just do a short video for now, and I'll still be doing the Notion fountain pen database next time. Anyway, back to the topic, which is independent pen makers. So why do they matter? Well, this is how I see it, right? These makers are like the couture designers of the fountain pen world. They're small. They have a small batch. They're hands-on and they're detail obsessed, right? And somehow, ironically, they're often more affordable than the mainstream pens. So it's the exact opposite in fashion, right? Couture is always 10 times more than ready to wear, but in the fountain pen world, it seems like it's the reverse, right? These independent makers are actually, they're using the same resin as these mainstream ones, but you can get it obviously for less. And knowing that they, handcrafted it for you, like almost like a bespoke pen. Technically, it is a bespoke pen. To me, it's much more special, right? Knowing that the pen was created for you, right? I mean, you can go into details, of course. Some people pick their blanks, pick the color of the clips or the shape of the pen and everything. So they design it, and then they give it to the pen maker, and they just bring it back to life. They bring it to life, the design. So I thought it's just surprising to me that not a lot of people are aware that there's a lot of pen makers out there. Like specifically, I live in the United States. There's a lot of people here in the United States that are turning these pens, and I think they deserve to be noticed, don't you think? So to me, indie pens are also very personal. You're not just buying a pen. Like I said, you're buying someone's craftsmanship, right? There's that relationship that you build with that maker, towards the end. Yeah, you're not just a number anymore, right? You especially if you design your own pen, you do develop some sort of relationship with the maker, and that's very, very important, actually. I don't want to sound biased, but a very good example for me, from my experience, is from Zodiac Pen Company. Bart from Zodiac Pen Company. He takes so much pride in his work, and I cannot stress that enough. I cannot stress that enough. I have so many examples of that, and just most recently, he just blew me away with how much he cares about his work, and how much pride he takes pride on his work. He also offers a lot of different models too, and so technically all Zodiac, I think, what do we have, 12 Zodiac signs? I think there's only one missing right now. I think it's Leo, Don't quote me on that one. I forgot. I think Leo is the one that's missing right now, but I think it's coming soon. So technically he has 11 different models, and it's different sizes to fit different hands, writing styles, and even preferences. And you're going to see that later on. And honestly, truly one of the kindest people I've interacted with in the pen space. So yeah, I guess I am a little biased. All right, for the first pen I have here is the Galaxy Prime from Zodiac Penworks, or Pen Company, sorry. This is in the Gemini model. This is actually my first bespoke pen. I remember going to the site, and there's already like pre-made pens. I didn't quite like them, but when I went to the commissions page, I saw this blank. So I immediately contacted Bart, which I didn't know at that time. I contacted the site and I said, I want this in the Gemini model. The Gemini model is, I think it's over a little, it's a little over 5.5 inches. Capped, uncapped is 5.5, so it's perfect for me. This is not even the largest model. The largest model, I believe, is Sagittarius, I think. Yeah, that one's pretty big, and this is also not even the most heftier pen. That would be the Taurus. The Taurus model is the chunky one. So I said, you know what, let me get something in between, because it is my first one, so I don't want to overdo it. So I settled with the Gemini model, and and it was perfect. It was perfect. It feels good in my hands, perfectly balanced. The writing experience is amazing. I got this in a medium nib, as I always do, and yeah, I'm very happy with it. But what drew me to this pen is the resin. If you're not on 4K right now, I suggest turning it on, because this is you will not appreciate this at a lower resolution. Look at that. Come on. Like, I don't even need to explain it, right? Like, I don't care your preference in fountain pens. You cannot say that this is not a beautiful pen, right? The resin is from Jonathan Brooks, as most things are. This is actually, I just found out about this. That Leonardo, I think it was 2022. I can't remember the year. They made one in a Momento Zero Grande in this exact resin. So I was very surprised. Of course, you can't find it anymore anywhere. And I think right now Conklin made this, used the same resin, and it's being sold in Atlas right now. I think it's an Atlas Stationers exclusive. So yeah. But I got it, and I love it. Like, I go for the resin because I'm not gonna do any writing tests because they're all JoWo nibs. Honestly, they all write exactly the same, except for one, and you'll hear that later. But you can't go wrong with a JoWo nib. Honestly, they write straight from the box. So never had a problem with any of these pens. Doesn't dry out. If you really must know, yeah, no, it's really well made. I'm telling you right now. But yeah, so the shape of it is not quite a cigar shape because it has flat ends right there, but they are tapered, and it is a flush body. So meaning, it's all one, what do you call that, width, right? So there's no if you run your fingers through it, you don't feel anything, because they're all one width. So yeah, so that is my Galaxy Prime in the Zodiac Pen Company Gemini model. That was a mouthful. Next one on the list is the Zodiac again. This is the PM5 or Primary Manipulation 5 in Cancer model. So this is hands down my favorite indie pen. Why? Oh my god. Again, make sure you're in 4K. Why? Isn't it obvious? I don't need to explain it, right? Like, come on. Don't make me say it. You know what? I'm gonna say it. It's major. This is everything and beyond, right? Look at that swirl. Look at that shimmer. The chatoyance. I mean, come on, right? The only thing I can say about this is it's not a con, actually. It's not a con. This surprised me because I did not know that this was a smaller model. This is, oh God, you know what? Here, I have a ruler. Let's see. This is, yeah, this is not even 5.5 posted. It's like 5 1/4, I guess. 5 1/4. Yeah, and then uncapped. Let's see. Uncapped. Stop moving. It's 5 inches. So yeah, I thought it would be too small. Like when I first opened the package, I was like, oh God, it's too small. But you know what? Because it's so fat in the center, I don't mind it. And it's not like falling off my hands or whatever. Like, you know, it's perfectly fine. I don't think I would post it, or you can. I don't know if you can post it. It looks like you can, but I don't. It's a little flimsy, right? Like it might fall off while you're writing. So I don't post it normally, but I don't mind because it's still comfortable unposted. So yeah. Again, even though it's small and, well, smaller for me, it's still very well balanced, I guess, because of the design. You can see it's the body, the cap and the body tapers outwards, which forms that little pinch in the middle, right? It actually reminds me of a Scribo pen, like the Ludota, or is it a Feel or Feels? I can't remember. And I love those pens. Once I mean, I can't afford it yet, but I love the Scribo pen. So this reminds me of the Scribo pen because of that pinch in the middle, which I love. I thought it would look weird, but now that I'm using it, like I love the design. I really do. So yeah. Oh, and before I forget, this is a Cancer model. And only the Cancer model has the clip. Everything else does not have a clip. So keeping that in mind. So, and honestly, if I could only keep one indie pen from my collection, it would be this. Honestly. Love, love, love this pen. All right, so pen number 3 is another Zodiac pen, and this is the 3 Olive Martini, and you notice it's also in the Cancer model because of that clip. What makes this different from the PM5? Well, the PM5 is obviously a little bit more bolder because of the colors, right? Well, this one is a little bit more muted, right? So a little bit more mellow. And I can even say it's more elegant, and I just love writing with this in my journal, especially when I'm having some, existential moments, because it is more mellow. I mean, that's all the word I can use, right? I just love that I was able to say, like, I want this in a Cancer model, because you could have gotten this in a different model altogether. Like, I want to try his other models as well. Like I want to try the Taurus. I was thinking of getting this in a Taurus, but because of the elegance of the colors, the combination of the colors, I thought the clip would kind of give it more oomph to it, right? So I said, you know what, even though I already own another Cancer model, I chose another one because why not, right? I mean, that's why I love how Bart has all these different styles or different models, because, you know, you can really just go crazy, right? I mean, he has the blank, so it's really up to you how you want it. So, but anyway, the blanks, this one is from Fountain Telling Shop. And I actually checked their website, and I actually follow them on Instagram too. They really have pretty swirls, really pretty swirls, and yeah, so go check them out. In terms of the design, right? Like I think that's what drew me in, the combination of that green and that bronze or brown, whatever it is. It's more bronzy than brown, but I just love the combo. And then having it on a cream base, right? It really brings it out, right? Especially if I do it like that. Isn't that pretty? It's gorgeous. When I bought this, I messaged Bart. I said, please give me some pretty swirls, you know? And right before he made it, he actually took a picture of, I think it was 3 different blanks, and he had me pick which one I like. That's the level of customer service that you will never ever get from a mainstream manufacturer, right? They could probably pick a pen for you, right? That's already made, and you know, if you say you want more of this color, you want more of this swirl, you want more of this whatever, they could probably do that for you. And I've heard, you know, even resellers can do that for you. So so do not hesitate to put that on the note when you're ordering, if you prefer a certain look on your pen, because if they have it, they'll make it for you. I mean, they'll find it for you and, you know, send you that pen. But but having to pick from the blanks itself, that's next level right there, right? You can never get that from a reseller or even like the pen maker, the big pen makers, I mean. So yeah, just thought I should say that. But yeah, ooh, see, love it. I love this pen. All right, pen number 4 is not a Zodiac pen. This is from E.T. Turnings. I found them on Etsy, actually. This is a vintage cellulose mixed with or matched with chocolate resin, which is made from alumilite. This one, to be perfectly honest, how am I going to say this nicely? So sometimes in pictures, you know, when you're shopping and you know you see a pen, you don't really get a sense of the size, obviously, because it's blown up on your screen, right? It's taken at a macro level, so the sizes is sort of distorted on screen. I like right now, you can see it's like a regular pen, but if I put it next to this one, right, you can see that it's a lot thinner, right? You can see the difference. And that was my biggest problem when I got this pen, is I did not expect it to be a lot thinner, because I prefer chunkier pens, right? And this one is just too light and it was too thin. But the material is still gorgeous. This was the time when I was really into brown pens. Like I was buying just brown pens. So, and I like the idea of using that vintage cellulose acetate, and that they mixed it with the chocolate acrylic right here. It's like the sound of it really sounded nice, at least. You know, I like the fact, this is also another thing that I would probably, if I do get a chance to make my own pen, I would like a two-tone one. So I like the fact that the cap is different from the body. Like I like pens like this, right? Like this one design throughout the whole pen. That's also nice. It's nice and clean. But I also like the two-tone ones, which is like, I think Sailor does it. You know, like a lot of Japanese pens does that. Like the cap is different from the body. I love that design, and I like this one a lot. I like how it's distributed nicely. If you notice, the finial and the top of the body is the same as the cap, and then this is, I guess this is the crushed cellulose acetate right here. So I thought the design was nice. And writing, oh, this is the only fine nib, by the way, that I got from this set. I normally get medium pens, but this one is a fine nib. And don't get me wrong, like, yes, you know, I'm not a really big fan of the size and the weight, but I do use it. I do use this on my planner because it's a fine nib and it's much thinner, so it's easier to write with on those small grids. So it's not a fail, I wouldn't say that, right? Like I still use it, I would still use it. It's just that in comparison with my other pens, this is my least favorite. And nothing to do with the design. Absolutely nothing to do with the design. It's the weight. Just want to stress that. So, you know, this might be someone else's favorite, but for me, it just didn't click. This pen, this is the pen number 5. This one has the funniest story because I clicked the wrong button. I wasn't supposed to get this one. Don't ask me why. I paid for it, submitted everything, and then when I got it, I'm like, that's not the one I want. So I almost complained. I almost emailed Just Turnings to let them know that I got the wrong pen. But when I looked at the invoice, I was like, oh, that is it. So, but you know what? I still like it. I like the combination of colors. The purple, the teal, the gold. I think it's nice. It's a little bit out there for me, but it reminds me of like 70s disco. But yeah, this is from Just Turnings, and this is called the Unicorn Horn. It's pretty, right? Maybe that's why I picked it, because of the name. I love the name. I know I said I'm not going to do a writing test, but this pen surprised me. I got this in a medium nib, and let me tell you how juicy this is. Oh my God. I hope I inked this. I think it's still inked. Look how juicy that is. Look, can you guys see it? That is not a medium nib. That looks like a broad. This, and it's a 𝐿 nib. It is so juicy. So juicy. I wonder if it's like I got the right combination of nib and ink. I don't remember the ink on this one. Don't ask me. I don't remember. But yeah, I love writing with this pen so much that I use it for like headers, because it's too broad for me. if I journal with this one, but I use this a lot for like, or like if I want to put a little stress on my journal, you know, like a little word or here and there, I use this. But yeah, this really surprised me. And again, it's a 𝐿𝐿𝐏 nib, but it's it writes like a broad, and I keep looking at it. I'm like, no, it clearly says medium. Yeah, right there. I'm looking at it. It's medium, but yeah, I love it. I love it. This Just Turnings actually is from Australia. Is a company from Australia, or a pen maker from Australia, and so this took a while to get here. And by a while, I would say maybe 3 weeks. I want to say 3 weeks. It's less than a month. But yeah, they make a lot of nice designs. The pen itself, I noticed that it's much more lighter than any other pens. All the other pens I own, this is much lighter, so it feels a little plasticky, right? But you know, I don't really mind about that. I don't really care for that. Like, it's a pretty pen, and that's all that matters to me. And it writes well. It goes with my handwriting. It feels comfortable in my hand. And that's all that matters to me. The blank actually is from Jonathan Brooks. Surprise, surprise. And apparently, when I researched this was actually being used by other pen manufacturers. I haven't found one yet, so if you do own one that's not from Just Turnings, let me know in the comments. This one, size of this one is not, yeah, I think it's the same as, yeah, it's almost the same. Slightly smaller, not by much, right? So I can just say it's like, it's over 5.5. That's all that matters to me. But yeah, that is my unicorn horn. Pen number 6. Are we in 6 now? Yeah, 6. Pen number 6 is from Parrish Pen Company, and this is the 𝐿𝐏 𝐏𝐿. Sorry, I'm fiddling with something on the side. This is the 𝐿𝐏 𝐏𝐿. If you see my past videos, I think it's my birthday haul, you would have seen this already. So, and if you haven't seen it, here's the story. I guess Mr. Parrish, I don't know, Patrick, his name is Patrick. Patrick posted this on his, not Patrick, oh Lord, no, it's not Patrick, someone else, never mind. I'll just say Mr. Parrish. Mr. Parrish posted this on Instagram, and I fell in love with it right away. Even though it is matte, you know, it's so much more different than my other pens, which is more shinier. I said, you know what, it's a camo design, so it would look really bizarre if it's shiny. So it has to be matted, right? Matted. It has to be matte. This is in the 𝐷𝐵𝐼𝐼𝐼𝐼𝐼 model, which is one of their first designs that they made. They have several models now. I believe they have like 7 or 8 different models. So, but this is one of the first ones, and this is the most perfect in terms of width or diameter. Sorry, diameter. This is the most perfect one for me. I love this pen. This is sort of like, reminds me of the Esterbrook oversized model. It's on the chunky side, and that's why for the Zodiac pen I want to try the Taurus model, because that is one of their chunky pens. So sorry, this one is also it's not as tapered as the Zodiac one, and the ends are in like this, it's like a low dome sort of ends. It's not quite flat, and it's not quite, you know, cigar shaped kind of. So the resin for this one is from 𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻, and this one is also a little bit more than 5.5 inches. So again, just for comparison, right? I'm always using this pen for comparison. It's the only one that's right next to me right now. But yeah, so if you notice, not as big. I mean, not as short. I'm not. Oh my God, not that much different from the Zodiac. What is this? What is this? Gemini, which is a little bit of, is a 5.25, a little bit more than 5.5 inches. So maybe this is about 5.5 inches. Lord Jesus, I'm running low on juice. I'm so sorry. But yeah, this is actually one of my favorite right now. This is currently inked. It's using a medium 𝐿𝐼𝐻. What? See what I mean? Oh my God, I'm not editing this. It's a medium. What is it? It's a 𝐿𝐼𝐻 number 6 medium nib. There you go. Oh, got it. Yeah, I'm not editing that, so sorry. So I'm not doing any writing samples on this one. Oh, I just love that. This is my very first, I forgot what they call this nib. The black nib. Ruthenium? Is that the word? I can't remember. But yeah, it's using the black nib. I just thought it's a very masculine pen, right? It is the exact opposite. It's the exact opposite of this one. This is my Elton John circa 1979, and then you get this. You get this one. So I love that, I love that dichotomy right there. But yeah, so this is I guess this is my very first masculine pen. I love it. I love it. I already told Mr. Parrish, I'm gonna keep calling him Mr. Parrish until I find out his real name, that this is one of my favorite pens right now. So there you go. All right, last but not the least is from Relic pens. This is called the Blue Brown Mica and Translucent Brown. This is my last purchase. I just got this last week, and same thing. I think now it's Patrick. That's his name, Patrick. He posted this on his Instagram, and I immediately told him, like, I want it. That blue. And I think on camera you can actually see it. I'm surprised. Yeah, I don't know if it's cobalt or lapis, but it's such a beautiful blue. So beautiful. Then matched with that gold, that brown gold, whatever it is. It's so pretty. It is so pretty. Right? It's very antique-y looking. Oh my God. So yeah, this is from Relic. Relic pens, they make a lot of pens that are, it's very niche, if you go to their Etsy page, you won't see this pen on the Etsy page. Not even anything similar. They use a lot of like wood and like metal, what do you call this? I always forget this. Forgive me. Like, I'm not feeling well right now, so this part right here, what do you call that? This part is metal. So I did not even know that they make like pens that are resin, like resin pens, or acrylic pens. So when I saw it, I was like, wow, that's a surprise. I didn't know that. And it's like in a traditional cigar shaped body, and which I love. I don't mind it. But that blue, that's all that matters. It's also a 𝐿𝐴𝐽 nib, medium size. Am I right? Yes, medium, 𝐿𝐴𝐽, number 6. Can't beat that. We already know. Trusted and reliable. So again, I don't need to do a writing test on that one. You guys already know. This is not currently inked right now. I did a dip test on this one, but I haven't really inked it yet. I'm still deciding because I want that blue. I want to get a ink that matches that blue, and the closest I have right now is, and I don't want to say close because I think the 𝐿𝐴𝐽 Rue de la Verrerie. I thought that was pretty close, right? So maybe I'll use that one. This one I use on a lot of things. Even though it's, I love it, I use that on a lot of my pens. So I need to get more variety of blues, but I like that pretty shiny blue. Again, I think it's lapis. I want to say it's lapis. So yeah, there you go. All right, that's my little indie fountain pen lineup. I hope this video gave you a glimpse of why independent makers are so special. It's not just about the pen, it's about the people behind them, the stories, and most importantly, the craft. I'd love to know in the comments, do you have a favorite indie pen maker? Or is there one you're curious about? Let's talk about it. I'm always on the lookout for the next hidden gem. And okay, if you stay this long, you get the tea. I'm going to be a guest on a podcast. I don't know if I can say it yet, because things can happen and I don't want to make any promises, right? But I will be guesting a podcast. It's coming very, very soon. And we're going to be chatting all about cleaning fountain pens, probably laughing too much, and just geeking it out in the best way possible. So I'll drop more details on Instagram. So please, if you're not following me on Instagram, please do. And maybe I'll even do a little behind the scenes later. But I just had to share it with you first. If you don't have Instagram, I will also make sure to post it on the YouTube thing. Like, you can post stuff on YouTube as well. So if you follow me on YouTube, which you should, you'll be able to see that as well. So again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that cozy YouTube stuff. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.